Grumbler. Okay. So, it's magic time. It's time for magic. It's time for older magic, actually. Now that we've finished ever playing any Oath of the Gatewatch.
Yeah, I'm never gonna play that set again.
Yeah, I have
For one, it's Bobo. For another, you'll get blown out by Core Haven. There's Core Haven in that.
Core Haven.
What the hell?
Core Haven.
Sorry, I can't deal an extra 60 damage to my opponent. I just don't have it in my deck.
It's weird how after turn I think it was like turn 5, it was like, oh, by the way, this land has invalidated your best creature for the rest of the game. But yeah. But no, we are not playing in a land with Core Haven today. There's no Core Haven in this set.
It's not.
Prov is in the third
possible.
one. Prov is in the third set.
That's not even like.
That's 6 in a tap, so you know.
You're right. That's nowhere close. The Core Haven is like 2+ tap.
Right. That was the big power of it. Also taps for colorless for all your colorless needs. But yeah, no.
That's why they did it. I'm so mad. Moreover, they reversed an old floor rule so that you could specifically use those cards because they don't believe in anything. The rules are fake. They're made to serve the needs of whatever the exact set is.
Right.
Except it tilts them in half. I'm so mad. I'm gonna continue to be mad about getting beaten by Core Haven.
I know. I was there. I saw you call the judge.
I called a judge because I'm like, this guy just put a. Why would he put a card from Nemesis or whatever in his deck? And then it just says no, you can use it. And I'm like, I'm going to lose.
Ooh, we're fighting the Moss Dog trainee. I think they're going to be in a really good position in this draft.
Did you know that Greater Moss Dog is kind of good in?
Yeah,
because you can't get rid of the damn thing.
I think the Moss Dog trainee is going to have a one-up on everybody else because they probably know this fact. You know.
Oh, man.
Anyway, let's start things off. Anyway, this is Triple Ravnica. Welcome.
I didn't remember that Dream Leash is a thing.
I think that's probably the pick here because of it being a pretty cool card. Like, this is Confiscate, you know?
What a tortured wording for what that is.
Yeah, it has to be that way because it couldn't be enchant tapped permanent or else it falls off on the untap.
Yeah, as soon as it untaps.
So it has to have this really odd wording where if you cheat it into play and it doesn't target, you...
See, that you can stop right there because the correct thing to do is to redesign the fucking card.
Oh, I know.
Like, wait, we need this tortured wording to say enchant dead creature.
All right, well, what else is
what can we do?
What else is cool in here? So one thing about blue in this set is that blue is a bit of a commitment to a guild because Dimir is the only multicolored setup you have with blue. But Dreamleash is powerful, and I'm willing to pick it.
Yeah, I think the next best card, bizarrely enough, would have been Infectious Host.
Yeah, I was going to say that was one that kind of I looked at. Okay, so anyway, what that means to me is that Dreamleash says we're in Dimir or Dimir plus green, and then to build based off of that. Okay, I'm very sad. We have a card in here that it was one of my favorites, Spectral Searchlight, because you could burn people off with it, and that is no longer a function of the card.
Yep, Spectral Searchlight was one of like 4 cards that got hosed by that particular.
Yeah.
Yeah, you used to be able to like give people a mana at the end of their turn, and unless they had a sync, then they. And that's also why the mana is the color that the player that is targeted chooses.
Right. I'm thinking like Flight of Fancy or even like Spectral Searchlight as far as fixing goes.
I think Spectral Searchlight is still fine. Like 3 mana, any color fixing, ramp. No, it's certainly what you want.
True fixing sounds really good to me because I want to have like it's Rav. I'm likely going to be in 2 to 3 color.
And
Dark.
note that Boros Fury Shield exists the next time we see
Yeah.
one.
Oh, so here's a card we may recognize from a more recent set, color shifted. The Leaping Master.
Yeah.
Basically.
Drake Familiar is awful. Trophy Hunter is incredible.
I would say Trophy Hunter was the card that I first looked at in here and thought, yeah, that looks really good.
It's like, hey, for one, like 3-mana 2/3s were not in vogue back then.
Mm-hmm.
And being able to like pick off creatures and get larger.
Right, like
Hey.
you get to pick off fly, and I kind of want to cement myself in 3 color with like Golgari Dimir as my setup, which means like Rot Farm is a card I also want, and Dark Heart of the Wood is not a card I want as much as I do like the Dark Heart of the Wood. It's a pretty...
I'm glad they reprinted it, but it's bizarre.
Yes.
Like the only reason I'm glad they reprinted it is because it's ancient. Like this is a card from very long ago. And they also put Elves of Deep Shadow in.
That is a ton of red.
Oh man. Null Mage Shepherd.
Yeah, I'm looking at Null Mage Shepherd or Siege Worm. Those are kind of the ones that sit to
Well,
me.
I mean, it looks like a lot of red, but
Well, right.
Goblin Fire Fiend is meh. Incite Hysteria is kind of bobo.
Reroute.
Reroute is super marginal. Torpid Moloch is unplayable. Like these aren't real cards.
Right, there's just a
Fire
lot of red.
Inclusion and Blockbuster could maybe do stuff.
So I'm
But
looking.
Siege Worm is the best guy in the abstract. I think Null Mage Shepherd is one to pick up because of like how many crazy enchantments there are.
Yeah.
Like
Actually,
Ravnica had this like fake ass enchantment theme.
And that might be where I might want to go there instead of the Siege Worm. I realize that the Siege Worm has power, but the Null Mage Shepherd is both like flexibility and like not as huge a color commitment. Oh boy, Woebringer Demon. Anyway, I have 2 cards in here that I'm looking at. I assume I'd look.
Are they both signets?
No, one of them's a signet and the other one is named Snapping Drake.
Oh. Well, 4-mana 3/2 flyer. Like Evasion's still pretty good.
Yeah, I just...
Well, Wizened Snitches. All players play with the top card of their libraries revealed. Hold on.
Yeah.
Wait. That's 4 mana for that?
4 mana for that.
And people went on about how great Ravnica's design was.
We
have like tortured wordings on these blue cards and then like extra mana in their cost. I guess because everybody has signets, so everything has to cost.
Yeah, I was gonna say
extra.
everything gets to cost extra because of that. Royal Spout, Shambling Shell, huh? Huh.
Shambling Shell's a good one. Not the superhero that he used to be, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I really like Peel from Reality. One's gotten a reprint.
Those are the 2 I'm looking at in here, are Peel and Shambling Shell. Shambling Shell is nowhere near as powerful as it once was because damage on the stack
the idea,
tricks.
right? You could like stack the 3 combat damage and then sacrifice it, boost your other guy, so you just ugh.
Yeah.
And then every time you draw a card, it could be the Shambling Shell again.
Which I think I'm still okay with, even with like Peel as the opposite card.
That's fine.
Ooh.
Oh, Perilous Forays. The only thing perilous is that outfit.
That
Get a shirt, lady.
That's quite perilous. The Mind Leech Mass is this giant 6/6.
Well, it does have trample. What is what's the rest of it say?
You can look at an opponent's hand and cast
Holy
a card
shit!
from
Cast one of the cards. It's upside.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I realize it's super expensive, but I don't think I think I'm okay with it because I'm passing up like either Mortarpede or like Voyager Staff. Voyager Staff's cool.
Yeah, we have 2 pieces of ramp already.
Yeah, and we'll hopefully find some more. Ooh.
Oh man, speaking of,
Now, do I want actual Searchlight 2 or Drift of Phantasms? Because Drift is the perfect defender in this format. Like, O5 flying. Also, like, the transmute means it's not dead later in the
Yeah, I
game.
guess in a pinch it can go get the searchlight.
Right.
What a bizarre circumstance that would be.
Right.
We need like 3 mana silver bullets if we pick Drift of
Well,
Phantasms.
we already have Trophy Hunter, which is sort of like a 3 mana, but really it's it's a defensive option to get up that high, and it looks like I'm going to be ending up playing a control deck here. That's definitely what is going on.
Control deck with no removal spells.
We'll get there. We have we have 2 more packs for that, and we'll find good black. I'm certain of it.
How about Infectious Host then?
That is a. I don't know.
No
why
one wants to attack into that guy.
Nobody wants to play that guy.
I think everyone's wrong then. Infectious Host rules. We'll pick Sadistic Augur Mage then.
I don't want to play Sadistic Augur Mage either. I don't really care about the others, so I will pick it. Wow. Okay. See, that was the card I was planning on picking the first time around. So I'm pretty happy about Flight of Fancy coming back.
Fine by me.
This is a good card. It says draw 2, and I'm kind of surprised to see it.
All the Boros Fury shields are gone, so we're going to get blown the heck out by that.
Yeah. Yes, we're in Simic right now, but don't worry about it. We'll get out of here, and I'm gonna pick Drake Familiar.
Right, so that we can return our Flight of Fancy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. The combo.
It's certainly better than Dark Heart of the Wood in a 3-color deck. Yeah, there's a lot of good Boros going around that I've seen. The Trumpeter, the Sun Home. Wow. Here's all that.
So those 4 marginal red cards that I called out as like
all marginal,
somewhere between marginal and unplayable. Here we go.
I'm gonna let the timer pick on this one. I have no stake in any of these.
I'm hoping for the reroute. Damn.
They actually there was a person that did a tried to figure out what the algorithm is for the auto pick.
Oh, right, and it like super favors white cards.
It super favors white early drops. Like, so I think it's algorithm. Wow, this is not a last pick, by the way. I'm just gonna put that out there. Voyager Staff is a real card that I'd be happy to play. Like, because it says any creature, I can use it as like a weird removal spell.
Oh no, Spawn Broker.
Nah, that's not really that good. I'm honestly more entranced by the Entrancer.
Oh, that's the mill guy.
It's the mill guy. It's not really something that happened. Like, in Triple Rav is the only place you can set up mill. It is real.
Oh man. Check out Nightmare Void.
Yeah, Nightmare Void is also the hella rude. I'm here for your hand, and I'm going to continue to be here for your hand thing, which also might just be.
But no, I like Entrancer is fine. I would prefer the creature in this circumstance. I think.
Yeah, there's also Peel's still probably good. I again want to be a bit more of a defensive deck, though, is the trick that's going on. I want to find good black removal. That's really what I want here. I want like Last Gasp, or maybe some of the more uncommon stuff like Keening Banshee or Putrefy. Chord of Calling. Well, there's that Putrefy.
Which is probably the pick.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, we can Chord of Calling out our No Mage Shepherd. It's like. Whereas, oh man, I remember Golgari Rotwar. Okay, so that I forget whether this was block or even maybe standard, which is crazy. But there was a deck that took down some big event that just played like Golgari Rotworm and then the Streetbreaker Worm from the next set. It just had worms. For like 5 mana, 5 power creatures. It's like, fine, deal with it.
Yeah, there's a lot of good cards in this pack too. Like, Chord is definitely even still playable, just as like go grab a thing. Scatter the Seeds rules. Golgari Rotworm, as you said, is like worms.
He's just super solid.
Yeah,
A 5 mana 5/4 is great,
with text. So
both in this set and kind of in general. Like Spineworm is okay. And then, black sack a creature, target player loses 1 life. Sack your infectious host, they lose 3.
oh hi,
Crap.
holy crap!
Speaking of that, like, Boros deck, okay, Razia Boros Archangel is unbeatable.
Yes,
You cannot deal with this woman.
I'm aware. Yes.
We're not picking her, I realize that.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm just stunned that 2 people to my left are not in Boros after all the Boros I passed.
No, we do have Dimir Signet, Brain Spoil, Greater Moss Dog.
I did mention removal as one of the things I wanted, and Brain Spoil is it's the equivalent, like, big kill spell sort of thing in this, you pay. Look, I'm not going to hate pick on my pick 3 here when there are multiple good cards to pick over.
Yeah.
Like, I will just take the loss.
I mean, the reason we don't have to fear Razia is that she costs 8 mana.
Yeah, that's more's the point. Ooh.
Clutch of the Undercity.
Yeah. There's actually a lot in here I like. So, Clutch of the Undercity, Bell Tower Sphinx, Disembowel.
And maybe Disembowel is the pick instead of Clutch. Because Clutch is way more committee, whereas Disembowel is, like, super free. It also has excellent art.
I am committed to blue. Like, that's not a problem. Like, if the commitment is an issue, like
I mean, the super committee in the sense that it's more likely to make its way back around, whereas there's a 0% chance that Disembowel does.
You know what? Maybe that's more to the point. Then there's also, like, Bell Tower Sphinx, which is a cool. You can definitely Dream Leash Razia. Just get Razia to activate. That's it. You just do that. You have to, like, waste a combat, but you can do it. I'm gonna go ahead and again continue to pick the. Ooh, I have 3 picks here that stand out to me in order. Also, one of my favorite combat tricks in Bathe in Light, aka I win the game, but that's a different deck. Civic Wayfinder, Compulsive Research, and then Veldican Dismisser. Veldican Dismisser being the 3rd in that, but Civic Wayfinder and Compulsive Research are the 2 that immediately stand out to me.
I'd rather have the Wayfinder.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. As much as I love having, like, they're both great, but the thing is, I think the fixing is going to be a bit more necessary if I'm going to be pulling off 3-color. Convolute is basically like a cancel, I suppose. I don't know. It's like whatever. I don't want the Dismisser. I want the Dismisser, but I want to be able to cast the cards in my deck.
You could do that with a Terraria.
Terraria.
Oh man, Ghosts of the Innocent are also kind of.
Wow, God, that card sucks to fight. By the way,
it's miserable because you have to do all of this arithmetic.
It's also hilarious because it's like the same mana cost as Gisela and is Gisela. You know. Do I want another Flight of Fancy? Is that a card I want more of?
It's between that and, like, Surveying Sprite, Elvish Sky Sweeper, Mortipede. Mortipede ain't bad.
Mortipede ain't bad. I'm gonna pick the card that says draw 2 cards. More infectious.
Oh man,
Warp World. And the most ridiculously bad removal spell in Stasis Cell. A card I always
attach it to target creature.
Yeah, a card I always laughed at in Festival of the Guild Pact because it was a 1-mana cantrip, if needed. Muddle the Mixture or Roofstalker White are the 2 that stand out to me in here.
Let's muddle.
Yeah,
I think that's fine. We don't have much to transmute.
Not yet.
We want to turn that into a signet. Except we're already at 3.
So, yeah, I would say we're at 3 then. So it's just counter target removal spell. Farseek Snapping Drake.
Whoa. And at this point, we have to start thinking how much fixing do we actually need?
Right, because right now we have Civic Wayfinder, Spectral Searchlight, and Dimir Signet. I kind of want to have also like the freaking Vindictive Mob. This card.
It can't be blocked by Saprolings.
Yeah. Like, what is more important on this? I'm gonna go with the Farseek. The thought on it being Farseek is that, like, flying is actually less of a thing here. Because, I mean, for us, because we just have, like, a pair of Flight of Fancies, we can just hand it off. Perplex, or is Spawnbroker...
Spawnbroker will basically
never do anything. Perplex won't either. But at least it transmutes into Putrefy. You know?
I think Perplex is at least cancel.
Unless it's not.
I mean, late game, it's terrible. But...
Alright, so you know those bad red cards?
Wow. It's the same common run, more or less. Like Goblin Fire Fiend, Incite Hysteria, and Torpid Moloch.
Yep, and then Indentured Oath at uncommon, which is actually...
In the place of Reroute. I would be okay with Sundering Vitae, because we're not going to be able to cast Guardian of Itugazi.
Yeah, I don't really think this is something we need, though. Like, we already have Null Mage Shepherd.
Alright.
I'll come to eat those words soon, but that's fine. Do I care about anything in here? Is Stasis Cell pickable?
You know what? Yeah. I know you're not happy about Infectious Host, so go ahead and pick Stasis Cell.
Not the happiest on Tattered Drake either, but it's at least playable.
Well, it's not Ghost Ship, but what is?
Nothing.
Like Maylock of the Dawn is Ghost Ship.
Also, Benevolent Ancestor is a good card, so it's kind of odd to see it still here. I'm going to grab the crappy counterspell.
Oh, man.
That's okay. This is like...
Mnemonic Nexus.
Mnemonic Nexus, oh man.
Undo the mill that we might be doing.
Don't say that we're doing. I don't care about either of these. Ah, quick change.
Man, that would have been hella good in Shadowmoor. Jeez.
Yeah.
They have this like multicolor set where colors don't matter.
Ah.
God.
Bright Flame, hi.
Oh, man.
I feel like Dreamleash has secretly owned us out of a really good Boros deck. You know? I feel pretty confident that whoever's got the Boros deck... Also, there's even like a Thundersong Trumpeter below the cut.
Yeah, jeez.
Whatever, we'll just not play against that Boros player.
Yep.
Also,
not so happy about Lurking Informant.
Not really. It's all right, but I'd rather have a bit more fixing at the moment. It's not powerful enough to make me want it over an Aqueduct.
That's fine. I've heard one of the theories of drafting this is that you pick every Keru that you can.
I've heard that one as well.
That sounds like madness to me, but you know, it's out there, probably still.
Right.
Surge of Zeal.
Drake familiar.
The weird part about Surge of Zeal is like, why would you need all this many creatures to gain haste? You know, how many creatures are you putting onto the battlefield in one turn and then have one extra mana left over?
Right. That's like, what are you, like, doing token generation or something? By the way, this pack's really good for us.
You know, there's backup Trophy Hunter, there's Consult the dang Necrosages.
Yeah, we could consult the Necrosages and the Compulsive Research. I'm not really sure what to do here. Probably another Trophy Hunter? Like, is that a card I want multiples of? I like murdering flyers.
They'll never expect the second one. It's a
Right.
3-mana 2/3 in the meantime.
Does the Necrosages have Entwine? No.
Oh man. Ha!
Man, yeah. If we could just entwine it for 2 or something like that, that card would rule.
Jeez.
Sadly, the thing is with Consult the Necrosages in this pack is that in about 95% of situations, I'd pick Compulsive Research over it. Like, easier to cast, draws 3 cards.
I love that it's that same guy on Compulsive Research and Muddle the Mixture.
Yes. Well, if I want to consult the Necrosages now, I definitely can. I could also go get Golgari Brown Scale, or, ooh, Tidewater Minion. Ooh. This is one of my favorite things. I like Tidewater Minion a lot, just because it does a lot. Anyway.
Target permanent. What a weird
Yeah.
combination of abilities. That looks like a Robo Rosewater card.
Right, but like it's mana acceleration, it's yeah, Boros player getting a Sky Knight Legionnaire, I know. Like is
crushed by that card.
I'm thinking of looking at like Tidewater Minion versus Peel from Reality versus like Golgari Rotworm. The problem with brown scale is that we double green is probably a little harder than double blue because blue is a little more thing. I'm gonna trust in this thing.
Look, you could have
the
the
Necrosages.
You could have it.
And again, funnily enough, that thing I said earlier about me picking Compulsive Research in 95% of situations, I'm gonna do that.
Holy crap! Empty the Catacombs is a real card.
Yes, return all creatures, all graveyards to all hands. Pick them all up. We're going into the Catacombs and just everybody get out. Also, this is a good flyer. It's like a 1 mana on a Snapping Drake, but you gain my flyer as removal, which is pretty decent. Also, this is an actual good flyer. Yeah, hopefully we just table the Consult the Necrosages, you know?
All 3 of them.
Also, here is a blue card, which
I mean, it's a gray ogre.
You know, it does mana fixing. Oh, cool. There's a card I wanted to have a copy of.
Dimir Houseguard.
Dimir Houseguard.
Yeah, skeletons.
Skeletons. If you got this skeleton, and then also there's like the skeleton conversation going on in the background where like the skeleton's head is floating slightly higher. I like this because it also shows that like different Dimir Houseguards have different weapons. Like, you know, the different skeletons show up and
that's a portrait of a Dark Souls area. Welcome to the Catacombs.
Also, Galvanic Arc being like an incredibly it's good. It's the 3 mana 3 damage, but with upside or downside. You know, like because you could get beaten on the like if they
Dimir Houseguard does like a little bit of everything, and that's kind of incredible. Like you could transmute him. He's an evasion creature. He's a excellent blocker. He's a sacrifice outlet.
All right, we got freaking Greyshell Gariel, which is a 1/1 crocodile, which is not the card I'm picking, but I wanted to note it because I just kind of like it's neat. It's a crocodile that just kind of lives in the sewer.
He looks like a Quants comic.
Do I want a Junk Troller?
To not get milled. I think I would rather have Convolute.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking not get milled and also like play defensively as well.
Man, highlight Flicker form for everyone because we need to know how janky some of the rares were.
Yeah, this was a card you put on your. I'm gonna pick the Junk Troller for a defensive option. Oh man, Blood Bond of March, aka a card that doesn't do anything in draft, but I always wanted to build something to take advantage of this and never could.
Man, I need to reprint that in my set that has creatures with the same name but different bodies. But yeah, like you would put Flicker Form on a creature that had like a Galvanic Arc and Flight of Fancy on it, and
yeah, well,
that was sort of the thing.
Aura Touch Mage. Is that the one? The 6-mana 3/3?
The one who like tutors for a...
And Aron puts it into play on it. Yeah, I'm going to pick the Surveilling Sprite as a copy of that owl. Oh, more research. More Drift of Phantasms.
Pariah's Shield.
Pariah's
Look at that sad
Shield.
egg.
I know.
Egg.
Ah! Old spider feet. Oh, more compulsive research over more Drift of Phantasms? Probably. I like being able to draw cards. My deck can do that a lot, by the way.
Our deck's gonna do nothing else.
Yeah, I know. That's sort of an issue I'm looking at. And maybe more to the point of what Junk Troller has to be doing is recurring all of my, like, removal. See, now, here's all the good red commons. Both of these are quite... This doesn't look too great, but, like, it does a job. And it does the job well. And then this is actually a removal spell where you sack a Saproling and then do the thing.
Spark Mage Apprentice looks like an invitational card.
It really does, doesn't it? Except
like
for
that guy looks like he plays Magic the Gathering.
I'm gonna take the Sundering Vitae.
Yay, we ended up with one.
Do I want Sewer Drag or another Muddle?
I think I would rather have Muddle.
Yeah, like I'm more looking like, do I actually want like what's my creature?
Would want to see Snid ever.
You said the word.
I did.
You did.
I said
Here's
the
another
words
one.
that will make you never ever pick that card.
Here's another one.
Another Sea Snid.
With like, I like the art on this, but that's about all I have to say about it. Flow of Ideas, which because I need more card draw. Strands of Undeath,
or maybe Tattered Drake. Do we have a Tattered Drake?
We do have a Tattered Drake.
Oh,
I'm gonna go with the Strands of Undeath. Muddle the Mixture fetches Quick Change. Yeah, Strands of Undeath is playable. I guess I'm gonna muddle some more.
Speaking of muddle fetching Quick Change,
we've done it. I can counter every removal spell. All right, there's all those.
Yeah. Oh man, Quants. Pick Quants.
Huh.
Somehow the Boros player ended up without that card.
Yeah. Okay.
That's kind of sick.
Alright, Greyshell Gariel can leave. Goodbye. Oh, whoops. It failed to leave because we got caught in the sweep. So we're blue, and then, like, the other two colors are secondary in both ways.
Alright, cards I'm happy about. Disembowel, Brain Spoil, Putrefy.
Okay, that's good.
Voyager Staff.
I like Voyager Staff a lot. It does, because it can target anything. Like, I need a blocker out of the way. Get out. You know, like, that works. Alright, I'm just gonna do this where I, like, put all the cards I'm certain that I want in the deck over here. And then, like, work backwards.
We ended up with 2 Trophy Hunters.
I'm fine with that.
What the heck?
Dimir House Guard, I'm fine with. I want the Entrancer. Dream Leash is an obvious in. I want the minion. I want this.
It's like we get to draft all over again.
And then
Yay.
All this stuff goes onto the sideboard. And these all go away because I'm not playing Necromantic Thirst. It's just 4 mana for a Saboteur ability of Raise Dead. Which is pretty sweet for 4. Okay, so
you know what would make Necromantic Thirst rule? Is if it also like did Raise Dead on ETB, like a lot of those other enchantments.
Alright, I want to put in the Mind Leech Mask so I have a way to win a game.
That's probably fine.
I want to put in...
Let's put the Voyager Staff
in. Yeah.
It's pretty real.
I don't want to add any more 3-drops. I feel like I already have like almost too many. But like I don't want to cut any of them, you know? Um, I don't really think Flight of Fancy actually does much in here. I don't know.
Oh my gosh. I know what Flight of Fancy does.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
makes things
yeah,
huntable.
yeah, yeah. Ooh. All right, I'm gonna put in one Flight of Fancy then.
Okay. I see that you stuck in Junk Troller while I wasn't looking.
Yes,
That's probably fine.
like maybe a muddle.
Do you like Muddle more than Perplex? More
That
than
was,
Tattered Drake? I don't know. Maybe just Surveying Sprite,
it could just be that too, as just
little guy.
a way to hold
Speed bump.
off.
Yeah,
Yes,
and
speed
then
bump
Trophy Hunter can kill him too.
in case it needs a pump in mid fight.
Great. You know.
I'm going to keep. I'm going to. I guess I'm like not playing the muddles, but like I kind of want to have one of those around.
Hmm.
Tedder Drake is a flyer, but it's also like a 5 mana 2/2. Like it's not like a good flyer. I think I'm okay with this setup. Or WinCon of Mind Leech Mass, and like also stealing your WinCon. It's
Yeah.
definitely something I can do.
Will we realize that their win con is 100 Zapperlings, and we'll be like, wow, we
Yeah,
don't have any way to deal with that.
we had one shot at a card that deals with that. There is a good Stone Rain, sorts, quote unquote. It costs 4, but it's green
Ooh, wait,
2.
Rolling Spoil?
Rolling Spoil.
Yeah.
We had a shot at Rolling Spoil quite early, but like I don't think it was the near the best card around. There's a deck where Drake Familiar is good. I swear it. Sure as hell ain't this.
So I remember watching reading one of
Mm-hmm.
the Great Designer Search
Mm-hmm.
competitions. And one of the challenges was you have to design a card that is a token hose, but is subtle. Like it's a
Mm.
subtle token hose.
I remember that.
Tokens were overrunning the set or whatever. And
There's a couple in this pack, in this deck alone.
well, yeah, but like mass tokens.
Right, but I
Like
mean,
someone was like,
I guess I mean more in the way of how you would do a token hoser. Like,
yeah. And the most subtle but also bizarre one was like each creature becomes like power and toughness equal to CMC until end of turn,
ah,
which was like way too complex for what it needed to do. And then another just said like destroy all token creatures, which they docked points for like there's no subtlety to that. And later that's just sort of what they did.
yep.
Because like any time nowadays that they want such a thing, they're like,
Well,
okay, token creatures get -1/-1.
yeah, these days they aren't
You
subtle
know?
about it at all. Like like both in Ravnica and in was it Theros where they had the other one? Like literally back to back, they're just like, look, fuck token creatures.
Hmm.
Whereas like, so when I was pointing to these two cards and talking about how you would subtly deal with tokens, Voyager Staff, this effect, like a token can't return to the battlefield, so blink effects work as like a type of token hose, and Disembowel will always kill a token for 1. Because, or I guess, well, not all tokens, like Kiki Jiki copies have a mana cost, but like generated tokens from like, a Sapperling token has no mana cost, so it's 0. So it's but yeah, so like a subtler token hose would be the consume the meek.
Mm.
You know, that works its way into being a token hose. I mean, I don't want to be disemboweling a Sapperling. Like, that's not the world I want to live in.
Well, let's not do that then.
Ah,
Instead, let's ride. Yeah, Agri's
Agris
cost.
Coast. Yeah.
He's
So there was a back during these sets, magic fiction as it was still like novels. And the Ravnica novel
per set.
Yeah, and the Ravnica novel is notable for just being like a like a police mystery.
A buddy cop drama.
Basically a buddy cop drama.
One of the buddies is a ghost,
and one of them's an angel. having having like silly characters that don't get mentioned at all in any of the stuff like Pivlik. But yeah, the that was back when they did novels for that instead of like a weekly article on their site. I'm not saying it was better in any way. I'm saying that it was funnier. I liked the fact that it was just a buddy cop book.
The weekly article on their site is way easier to ignore.
Yes.
It's like they don't even care about their fiction. And I'm pretty sure that they presume that no one is reading it, because from the ones I've read, they all strike me that way. They're like, okay, we wrote this and we don't expect anyone to read it, so anything goes. Go hog wild, whatever. Biff pow.
Bam.
Garok punches down a tree. You know, like that's sort of the level of it. Like the writers don't even care. They're always phoning it in. The last I say this because I've been trying to find one that is hilariously stupid. And it's been slim pickings for the last very long while, because they're all just so bland and waiting for stuff to happen, and nothing actually happens. Like, oh.
This week's was funny to me. I did go ahead and read it because it explained how Jace got like the coat that Jace has on in all the art. They literally went out of the way to make sure that, you know, they're like, all right, we have to explain how Jace got this coat. And he just bought it, obviously. Damn it. This is definitely what I would consider a mulligan.
But we're on track to make a shambling shell. It's a mulligan, though.
Yeah. This at least has 3 lands. I don't like it much more, but it is a better hand than the other. And we do have a scry available to us.
How many islands in the deck? 6?
6 plus a Dimir Aqueduct.
Okay, 7 sources.
Yeah, plus like
4 cards. It's not that bad.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh. And there's one of them.
Perfect.
And now the other 5 are below it.
Yeah, I know. Our opponent did put us on the play. They specifically chose to be on the draw, which is a thing that I've seen people do in this format.
Oh, Thought Picker Witch.
Yeah.
I know, the mirror.
Uh-oh.
Yikes.
Hopefully they aren't like hyper focused on mill or something. Okay. All right, let's get defenses online. Null Mage Shepherd will be nifty, I suppose.
Yeah, Drift already has flying. Okay, that makes me like him a little more.
Oh yes, that's.
Yeah, I thought you had to give it flying.
No, that's literally the reason I like the card, is that it just blocks every flyer in the format. Also, I think I found what our opponent's doing, and I'm not amused. We need to find junk.
Our junk troller.
Junk troller. Well, you talked about the 7 and 34 there.
Mm-hmm.
we're fighting the Blessed Exchequer. But yeah, Duskmantle, which makes a diamond.
Not that anything cares about that.
Nope. More importantly, it's only like 1 mil, which, like, compared to, like, yep, that's kind of what I expected to see. Nice.
Oh, right. Targeted draw.
Yep. I think I've brought up the story before where my opponent was adamant about casting this spell when they had an Ivory Mask.
Oh, Lord.
Alright, so I can disembowel the Entrancer. Like, that is a thing I can possibly do. Because I know where my opponent's win con is.
Man, it's almost like we should pick Graveyard. All these islands.
Yeah, we're definitely seeing a lot of them. Do I want to just go for the disembowel now so I can attack? Will it resolve? I think I have to wait till end step to try and disembowel.
Yeah. Gotta be patient. We're playing control.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's definitely something I want to do. I definitely want to disembowel his Entrancer because it's quite obvious that is his win condition here. Pay 0, which looks suspiciously close to a diamond, but isn't. Alright, and then he's going to sack that to Thought Picker Witch, and then mill me one with Duskmantle. That's kind of the play here.
It's a dreadfully efficient use of mana.
Yes.
I'm like pretty hot on 0 cards, you know?
Yes. Yep. Thought Picker Witch as a way to get exile things for processors. Yeah.
It's 1 mana.
Sack your Eldrazi Scion. Oh no! So the other reason I wanted to wait until the Velikan Transfer was on the stack here is that because this mill is still on the stack, the Thought Picker Witch is less of a like huge problem. Because, like, oh no!
Ah, the jig is up.
Uh-oh, alright.
We're not going to be trolling any junk against our opponent.
No junk to troll here. They're likely going to play a replacement. In a quite literal sense, in fact. Though, funnily enough, this is Voyager staff does some work, you know?
I can become a junk troller.
Yep.
Stopped.
Well, if he becomes a junk troller, I can do this. It's fine.
Yeah, if we get 2 more creatures. Wheel. Sure, it's a brain spoil.
Yeah, I don't think I actually want to brain spoil this, though. I think that's what the Voyager staff is for.
What does that do, though?
What do you mean?
I mean, sure, that stops it from being the Entrancer, but that doesn't, like, shut it off in general.
Yes, I know. It means that it's an O2 with no text. I'm going to
Is
attack.
that sorcery speed?
No, this is instant speed.
Oh, so it's going to become a 1/4 and then... Oh, okay. I guess that's fine.
Okay, I'm going to attack and see what my opponent does. Yeah, okay. Alright, so now we have the anti-flyer zone online. Maybe we'll get perplexed. We also could get convoluted. We could definitely get convoluted here. That's definitely something that could happen. Alright, so then he's gonna... Oh, he's gonna mill me.
Ah, the tension of Dredge versus Dimir.
Yeah. A lot of cards still in our opponent's hand. Kind of want them all to be shitty flyers. Our opponent playing the mill deck that I said definitely could exist. Really?
Oh man, do we have any way to draw a card? We don't.
No, not on the board. I think I'm going to allow it. Because, like, this obviously doesn't stop the ability from occurring. And I do have a blocker that can just walk in front of it. Oh, they got their own aqueduct. Nifty.
It's decent.
Mm-hmm.
Did they just want their creature to have power?
Maybe.
Was that the point of that?
It might have been to deprive me of the Shambling Shell, to prevent me from dredging it.
They should love it if we dredge.
Right.
That's...
Okay. That's relevant in that it gives me the third activation of Trophy Hunter, and that's about it. More relevantly, I think I'm attacking with Null Mage Shepherd. Their blocks don't look good against that.
Go, Pillarfield Ox Elf.
Yeah!
Woo.
That we still don't have a fourth creature for. I guess they can, like, abracadabra make a Junk Troller or Veldican Entrancer to block it, but I'm completely fine with that.
What a bizarre thing.
Yeah.
This is weird.
I know. We're in the weird zone. I don't really know what to do. Really wish this worked as a burn spell, but it really wouldn't with the Thought Pickers on the board.
That would be fine with the Thought Pickers on the board. The problem was Duskmantle.
Right. There's no point in handing off mana if they're just going to keep Duskmantling. Nephalia Drowned Yard came out years and years after this to make Duskmantle look like, you know, a joke as far as mill goes, but one card is still sort of enough in Limited to be relevant on your land. Because that's... We really need to find, like,
Yeah, they also kind of look like the straight black-blue, which should be very easy to put together.
Yes. I'm guessing they probably have multiple copies of Induced Paranoia, that sort of thing. Induced Paranoia being a counter spell that just says, like, counter target spell for blue 2. If you paid black, mill them X cards, where X is the mana cost of the card you counter.
All right.
Goodbye, Junk Troller. Yep. That sure is a Junk Troller.
I think we're never going to be able to enchant our opponent's creatures.
I know.
It's kind of a pain. Oh, man.
Oh, boy.
3 unblockable man.
I don't feel too bad about that. I really want to draw a 4th creature right now just to kill this, if possible. If I could kill that for free, I'd feel really good.
Could be amusing. I don't think it works, though.
Well, if he goes end step mill.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Okay. What if we transmuted Brain Spoil for our creature?
What's the creature on 5?
Satterdrake. Did we put any of that in?
I don't recall. But. Tidewater Minion.
Okay, Tidewater Minion's good.
Or Dream Leash.
Well, Dream Leash doesn't do anything.
Yeah. Okay. I guess I'm gonna do that.
Come on, this rules. I don't need this brain spoil.
Who needs murder? Alright, give me Tidewater Minion. We're gonna leave the land in hand to bluff a card.
Excellent. Oh, great. Spectral Searchlight is this trifling garbage.
Because
so...
I have to target. I have to choose a player, and I can't use it mid. Me. Play Tidewater Minion, which also gives us an attacker that functions.
Also, we can discard our hand to the Perplex. So, okay.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, we have a 6/6 Mind Leech Mass that exists in this deck. No point in attacks. Especially because I want to be able to tap 4 creatures. So I need them to end step mill me.
Do the EOT Dusk Mantle, you know you want to.
Yes!
Oh my god. Man, he's actually doing it.
Excuse me!
Surprise! It's a trick on board, nerd.
Yes! And it does its final junk troll. Okay. We got it. Now I can start attacking. Like, Tidewater Minion can attack. It costs 4, but what the hell else am I doing?
Like...
You know? Also, Tidewater Minion has, can infinite untap itself if you want to do nothing.
That's good. If it were somehow also like a Goblin Medics, then that would be game.
Yes. If you could somehow grant it Goblin Medics. Oh no! I found where the Necro Sages are. I have the feeling they've got a couple of those. Maybe I want to sandbag lands just to get them to try to consult at me. Yeah, it works with like a couple cards that make this have an ability if it just keeps untapping for no reason. What does our opponent have? I'm okay with that, because I'm just going to plan to have no hand. Oh, if I could draw Flight of Fancy. Alright. So we gotta have it lose Defender. And then let's go ahead and Crushing.
I like that all our tricks are on board.
Yeah, I don't know if I want Trophy Hunter to actually attack here.
Trophy Hunter is stuffing a bunch of flyers.
Yeah, I was gonna say our opponent's hand is like literally being stuffed by it, and I just have to assume that that's happening. So I will. Really want Sadistic Augur Mage dead. So Dimir Infiltrator was a card that, you know, ninjas existed, I guess would be my best way to say anything about this card. You could use it in more casual. Oh, sweet! I get to deal some damage.
Well, he was just Ninja of the Deep Hours, basically.
Yeah, sometimes the one that like throat slits or like ink eye. Well, yeah, I definitely know that our opponent is 100% committed to the mill plan. Like that's what's going on here.
I don't suppose we picked any Mnemonic Nexi.
No, we did not.
That would be amusing.
I think we picked I think that was either that Flight of Fancy or another Compulsive Research over. But yes, that would be a bit silly and useful.
Yeah, I don't think it's all that insane that he didn't attack for 1 with his 1/3.
Well, right, because it blocked my 2 powers.
Right.
Yeah.
Just for that reason, basically. Wow!
Yo!
Money.
Check it out. Slam like a $5 bill on the table. Hell yeah. I think that's about what that is. Oh boy.
That's a card.
Yeah. It gets
like
me
2 or 1 card.
It gets me 3 cards deeper to death. I accept. Even if they have Induced Paranoia, it's going to get rid of the exact same amount of cards out of my deck. Dang.
Wait, you want to turn the tide on this guy?
Like, play my own Entrancer
Yeah.
and try to mill out our opponent?
Like, Putrefy basically isn't going to function because he can sacrifice whatever. I mean, yeah, sure, but, you know, he still gets some value out of it. Farseek is the opposite of what we want to be doing. We have all the mana we want. I think it's the pick anyway, like, another body on the table.
The only reason I'm thinking Putrefy would just be to hit that Sadistic Augur Mage and make our opponent skip a draw. Because I won't have a hand. I don't think I can actually race him with the Entrancer is the biggest issue. He has 22 cards left in deck. It'll be 7 activations before this gets it. And I have 9 cards left in deck with Duskmantle on table. So that ends it in 5. Along with the Thought Picker Witches, which end it much quicker. I think I need to go for the offense, which is the Putrefy.
All right.
It's definitely not Farseek. And then this is the Induced Paranoia. He just waited to counter the real spell with it. Because that's what you do. At least it's what I would do. Yes.
I do wish to discard my hand.
I will choose to discard my hand. Next.
So, I'm going to guess that they didn't know how that worked.
I would agree with you. Science.
Not sure if that would work. Worth a shot.
I mean, that's what it is. It's science.
Did they also forget to Thought Picker Witch?
They did Thought Picker Witch.
Oh.
No, they did not Thought Picker Witch. Cool.
Oh, excellent.
Great. That's an extra.
It's good for the home team.
Yeah, I kind of need that.
Oh, right. Now we hold on. Don't activate that yet.
Oh, not only do I have to do this garbage,
but we're doing like Signet Bath and Spectral Searchlight.
Oh, good God. Help. This is dumb.
I'm sorry. I have to...
No, I thank you.
Remember, we transmuted for this guy. He's important.
Well, he's a 4/4.
The defender grays out. The 4/4 is somehow the largest thing in the world.
Well, I don't think our opponent picked good creatures. I have all the Drift of Phantasms, so they don't a Drift of Phantasms would lock me out of the game, right? I'd have to wait until I get 5 green sources to shoot it. Anyway, I'm just gonna deal as much damage as possible here, and then try to use Voyager Staff to get through for the rest next turn.
Can we side out our drifts?
Yeah, we have a lot of cards on the board that are likely things worth siding. Anyway, so this is gonna be...
if our opponent is never attacking, unless it's with Dimir Infiltrator or whatever.
Right. The drift can become more useful things. So our opponent's drawing a dead card, which I'm happy to hear, because their Sadistic Augur Mage died. So we already know that they're drawing something they had last turn, which makes me feel like it's not something relevant, which makes me feel like I'm in an okay place.
Oh no! Information!
Yeah. Nuts.
They know we have a Dream Leash that we're siding out because he has way too many easy ways to sacrifice his own creatures.
I kind of wanted it to steal Duskmantle, to be entirely honest.
Yeah, you can't sacrifice that.
Yeah. We'll see what we have on the board. Muddle, maybe? Convolute, maybe?
Then again, when is that ever stealing Duskmantle?
Basically on, early turns when he's tapping out for a card. That's it. It really isn't.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we're going to get milled a card.
They're going to know the entire...
Oh, no, they are milling the useless card off the top of theirs.
Whoa!
Because they know what our top card is. They put it there with the Thought Picker, so they want us
That's advanced.
Techie.
You sacrificed a turn of clock for that. Man.
Yeah.
That is bold.
Do what you gotta do, because I'm drawing a land. Yep.
Thought Picker Witch is like playing Netrunner on us. It's like, look, I know what you're drawing. I made a run on it.
Yeah. I will run on your deck.
We're playing Magic the Gathering and they're playing Netrunner. Help.
The best thing is I actually have a good chance of winning this if they draw dead one more turn. That's all I need. One more dead draw. Because right here they're going to have to block with the second Thought Picker Witch, right? Yo!
Really? I mean, they're convinced that the run will never end.
I accept. What do you got, like Last Gasp? Is that what you have? No, they really want to keep the Thought Picker. All right, which does allow them to really make my draws suck. You know?
Mm.
Okay, so Forest gets removed. I'll tell you what the other card was.
The other card is Swamp.
So, anyway, I'm going to play this land because it's not something I can bluff. Our opponent doesn't know what it is. So, mill 1. So, go to 6. Go to 5. I just need to hit. I need my opponent to draw dead here. That's what I need.
I'm glad we searched up Tidewater Minion.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, the other card is also Forest.
I'm going to go for it.
No one knows how this card works. Whoa!
Remove your blocker.
Amazingly, I think Voyager Staff is a card that they could reprint.
I love this card. It's very simple in what it does, and that's just enough. They want information, perhaps?
Are there flash creatures?
They wanted info, I think.
Well, they got it.
Yeah.
There's our Mind Leech Mass. Gonna take him to church.
And then you use the Thought Picker Witch to gain additional info.
They did it. They know our entire deck.
All but one card.
I don't even know what the last card is.
Land. Yeah! But we got there.
Man.
Oh, God. That was all
Okay.
Tidewater Minion. Sweet. All right. Let's
Yeah,
begin
no kidding.
sideboarding. Okay.
All right. Want to put a bunch of cards in our deck?
Like what, to like 47?
Yeah, like go up higher than 40 against this guy.
He can't beat me in combat.
You get to start with a higher life total.
I'm gonna put in Stasis Cell. I'm gonna put in Convolute. Do I want Muddle?
We seem to think that he had more spells than he actually did have, you know?
Yeah. Anything I don't want?
I don't think so. I think all our stuff is rad.
I really like doing the bad thing here.
I love doing the bad thing.
Up to 46 cards.
Oh man, hold on. Necromantic Thirst? That might be hyper real against this guy. It is any recursion, you know?
Oh, good God. That sounds horrible. It's true. What
I think he doesn't have any removal either, is the thing.
So I actually want Wizened Snitches as a flyer. Alright. I'm gonna freaking do it. I'm adding one more swamp into here. Alright, I've made my deck bad. Flight of Fancy. I'm fine with Flight of Fancy because it allows us to use Trophy Hunter on anything, and it also says.
Yeah, presuming he doesn't have the Thought Picker Witch down.
All right, we've done the bad thing, and I love it. So let's rock.
Higher starting life total.
Yeah. This rules. By the way, Tidewater Minion can untap Dimir Aqueduct.
Holy crap.
Yeah. Water Island. Then we'll play Forest. This is gonna be like the 1/2, the Lurking Informant or something, or maybe the Unblockable. Nope, it's Lurking Informant.
Island Walk.
20 turns to win. Also a perfect target for Necromantic Thirst.
Oh my god. We're gonna get in through the sewers.
Yeah! Oh, alright.
Oh no, a real creature.
It's fine. This is what
The hell?
This is what Tidewater Minion is for.
Do we want to putrefy the witch?
I'm attacking for 1 first, no matter what. Like, do I want to putrefy anything on this board, or do I want to, like...
I mean, they do look pretty terrible, but they are all creatures with power.
Yeah, even like, maybe the Roof Stalker? Or the Lurking... Like, what is the more threat here?
I don't know. Like, we don't have blue Drift of Phantasms out, so
Right.
Rootstalker White could be like
The
his way
beatdown.
to beat us.
But so could, like, Lurking Informant being repeatable mill.
I guess you get to choose how you die. So which do you think is the bigger threat?
The flying, because I can just beat down for 20 turns on the mill.
Okay.
As bad as this is.
Blammo! 3 mana for your piker.
There's Duskmantle.
Wait.
That's fine. No, Necromantic Thirst. This is
Freaking core
this is all the setup. This is all us getting ready. I'm fine with him starting with that. So we need another black source, and that's basically it to operate for the rest of the game.
Well, I mean, Tidewater Minion is sort of another black source.
Yeah. Damn, I guess I should have left the Roof Stalker white.
Well, he might have another. It's fine. My unblockable 1/1.
Alright, so you can go ahead and perplex this, and I won't really care because I have Necromantic Thirst to get back a sentence that was said. Yeah! Tidewater Minion resolves. Okay. Biggest minion in the house. And this time I'm not just saying that as the wrong word for creature. This is a minion. No, stasis cell.
Oh man, our stasis cell. Take that, Lurking Informant.
Yeah. Okay, Dimir Signet.
All of like Convolute is never going to do anything against this guy. It's pretty incredible.
Yeah.
All this mana.
What you got next?
I saw that crystal.
The Augur Mage. Whizzing Snitches ups my clock. I can play Whizzing Snitches and Trophy Hunter in the same turn here, actually.
It's probably better than attacking with Tidewater Minion.
Yeah.
And it's like 3/1.
I'd be okay with the attack, but I do want to get more of a board.
I think you just ruined it.
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
That's fine. Then, well, we have a backup.
So I guess we're doing compulsory.
Yeah, we have a backup now. I did just ruin it. Discard a land. Because I knew there was a land on top.
So a trophy hunter will clear a path for our wizened snitches.
Oh no. Top card on our opponent's.
Oh man. That's decent.
Also, we're going to draw black. I'm going to take 3 damage. Thank you very much.
Oh, don't want to make him put a card on top and then learn what it is.
My guy dies for that?
Well, yeah, but okay.
I won't learn what it is. Ooh, Mind Leech Mass, which we're gonna get back.
Sweet.
Okay, so I'm gonna play Null Mage Shepherd.
Hold on, we can use Voyager Staff to counter Brain Spoil.
Yes.
Ha!
Yes, we can. Voyager Staff's a good card, so... Do I want to blow up his Signet?
Maybe. We put him on 4 mana.
I tap out for that.
Yeah, we skip an attack.
I'm fine with that. Skeleton.
Oh man, you could transmute him and then pick him up with Necromantic Thirst. Yeah.
I know, yeah.
Oop.
Am I getting induced paranoia? I am.
Yo.
Alright, mill 4. That's fine. Again, Necromantic Thirst is going to be the trick there. This means I'm going to attack, and I'm just going to leave Voyager Staff untapped. So if he goes for a Brain Spoil, I'll just counter it. Anyway, that was the card I was talking about a bunch.
Yeah. Yep. Good old 4 mana flat counter with upside.
Alright, so they're going to draw Brain Spoil. They could be able to cast it, but we have the counter on table.
Three, 4, 5. Looks like Brain Spoil.
This is Brain Spoil.
Yeah. All right. We'll send our minion on a voyage.
All right. Again, this card is so versatile. I love it. So I'm gonna take.
Guess that gives him beats, but
that's not how he's winning the game.
Oh. That's. I guess he's kicking himself for falling into the onboard trick.
Yeah, the onboard trick just got him.
Man.
Yeah, I think the onboard trick really. I didn't get to show off my sideboard.
I think our sideboard tech was like adding extra cards.
Yeah, we're at 28 cards still in deck. And I had a clock. I had a 8-turn clock on board.
Oh man, I love how fake this format is. Like, between the damage on the stack rules changes and the fact that you can sideboard to larger than...
This
whatever.
is we're not actually playing Return to. We're not playing. We're playing Return to Rav. We're not playing Rav. We're returning to Ravnica, which is different. But yeah, also I guess our opponent did have 5 minutes to win 2 games with a mill deck when we sideboarded it in cards. Let's return to data. Let me click on this. I actually don't remember what the prize structure for these events are. I think a win is good. Okay, yeah. A win gets us back half of our entry. The second win gets us back our entry, and then a third win gets us double entry back. And of course we get to keep all the cards we drafted. But not that we picked anything of real value. You know?
Let me think.
I don't think Mind Bleach Mask certainly ain't a card with
We passed
the Chord, which
Chord
was
of Calling.
That was I think someone said $3 because it's obviously a very powerful modern card. And the only rares we ever Mind Bleach Mask.
No, I think that Dimir Signet is the most sought after card. Here.
I'm glad that I can get to continue to show off why this is my favorite, one of my favorite cards out of the set. It's just such a nice cog, you know? 1 mana artifact. Go grab it with your Trinket Mage.
And then exile your Trinket Mage and get something else, another Voyager Staff.
Oh, yeah. The first time I read the new Olivia, I thought she was not very good, and then I realized her mana cost was 3 instead of what I thought it was, which was not 3. But yeah.
Oh, the new Sigarda is way worse.
Yeah, I mean, she does have a built-in mobilization, but yes.
What she doesn't have is invincibility to everything.
Right, because she doesn't get it. Literally everything else gets it, including you.
Guess you could turn her human, and that would help. I don't know.
Yeah.
How could we turn her human?
I don't know. In limited, she's gonna beat you because she's a 4/5 mobilization.
She still flies that.
Right.
Yeah.
4/5 flying mobilization for 5. There's a new Jace.
Yet another Jace. This one remembers how to bounce.
Yes. This Jace sort of reminds me of Ob Nixilis.
Speaking of Ob Nixilis, so I've been playing Magic Duels because it's free.
Yes.
And a lot of the random AIs or whatever will just straight up have planeswalkers in their deck.
Huh.
And I'm like, oh, that's cool, I guess. And ordinarily it's not very difficult to take down whatever random dumb AI with a crappy deck, but then they play some gigantic planeswalker and you're like, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Oh, we're running already.
Excellent.
Do you know what my favorite part of drafts is? That is such a...
My favorite part is drafting.
Yeah.
I don't actually care that much about the games afterward. I hate to say it, but I love trying to read a table and figure out what people are doing and figure out what I'm doing. And I love having an angle on the draft. It's great.
The draft is usually the more interesting part. There are games specifically that I can think of that are more
games
interesting.
That we had this past weekend.
Yeah. Where you get to have the freaking vines of the blowout. When is a 1-mana green spell a 2-for-1? Ooh, alright. Celestia Signet.
Yep, 2 mana, make your rock.
Yep. Anyway.
That's what we do around here.
I'm gonna get a clock on the board.
We actually accelerated. That's pretty good. Oh yeah, Signet Math. Signet Math.
I'll never do it.
No one
right.
misses this.
I'll never do Signet Math.
I remember playing in like Ravnica Time Spiral Constructed, and the Ravnica Time Spiral Constructed was like control decks with my opponent, the control deck player, figuring out how to tap their mono rocks into their other mono rocks for 5 straight minutes. And it's like,
yep.
Come on, man.
Oh.
Oh. We could do that, or we could make our guy fly.
It's true. That gets us some cards. Kind of want to get
more cards.
Kind of want to get bored right now.
Okay.
I like that Ravnica Time Spiral Standard had Dimir Houseguard as a card played in the control decks. Like, legitimately, this was a card that was played in a lot of the control decks because Damnation existed, you know? Jesus, nothing? Well, you have, like, Scatter the Seeds?
Do you like Flight of Fancy now? Maybe even before attacks? For the sake of scatter.
Let's draw some cards. Yeah, okay. That's gotta be end-step Scatter the Seeds, right? Like, nothing else makes any sense.
Ta-da!
Okay. I'm glad I still have the read right. But yeah, Dimir Houseguard ruled because Corlash was 4. Which was like your win condition in some of those decks. Venser was 4. Damnation was 4. You could have single target removal spells that were good on 4. Tendrils of Corruption, specifically.
Right.
On 4.
Oh, what was the haunt one that made tokens? It was like
Seize the
Black
Soul.
2. Seize the Soul? Yeah.
Yeah.
That thing was hot.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And then he's gonna play a Siege Worm.
I see.
All right. The beatdown cometh, I suppose. What's good?
Well, our 4 damage for his 5 a lot. Like,
yeah, I would say it looks like 5, but that's yeah, like how much damage am I willing to put into my opponent versus how much damage am I willing to like try to have him put back into me? Is it worth it to just attack with maybe like Surveilling Sprite and leave back the team?
I think that's better.
I'm gonna attack with Surveilling Sprite.
Send the sprite in because it's probably going to become a regeneration for the Dimir Houseguard.
Yes.
It at least prevents 3 damage.
I mean, you can say Beware Overwhelm, but there's actually no action I can take to Beware it. Like, yes, I lose the game to that card. There's nothing that changes that. That overrun's really bad, by the way.
Like Convoke Overrun.
Yeah.
So your creatures that you would otherwise be attacking with are now tapped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they have 6 mana, so like it costs 7. By the way, it costs 7. um. Yep. Uh-huh. Let's rid ourselves of some of the pests, I believe is probably the best way to do things.
Yeah, that essentially eats a card.
Yeah, I mean, I know I take 8, but
Jeez.
so an unblockable 1/1. Yeah, whatever. Okay. I milled Vitugazi and Celestia Evangel, so I win.
Good lord.
Crap. I needed gas right there. Surveilling Sprite is staying back to block this turn. Yeah.
Little did we know we should have billed ourselves, I guess.
Right?
If only we had
Oh.
perfect information of our entire deck.
Oh boy. If only we had wizened, the freaking wizened eye snitches or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Alright, I'm calling.
Hey everybody, get in here.
Do I want Surveilling Sprite to block?
I mean, not the Siege Worm, if that's what you mean.
Nah. Well, not the Phytohydra either.
Yeah.
Alright. Show me your trick. Please order Dimir House Guard on top. Damn it! So I have one final trick up my sleeve. I hope you like it. He's gonna, like gather courage or last gasp or something, or maybe remove one of the creatures. That's a lot more mana than I expected. Gaze of the Gorgon? Gaze of the Gorgon sounds pretty good here. Disembowel. Him drawing that blank was pretty key.
Ugh. Jeez.
Yeah, should have milled ourselves. I'm gonna just keep going information out of our opponent. Last Gasp and Conclave Equinaut. Anyway.
Alright, so if we can somehow take them off of black, then they have no removal anymore.
Yeah.
Not that they really need it right now. Holy crap.
Yeah, okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and guess that we cannot win from this position.
I'm gonna go ahead and agree with you.
You can screenshot this and call it like ravnica.jpg and be like, oh.
Well, this isn't ravnica.jpg though. This is I drew all of my draws but one were lands. I specifically kept a 2-lander and there are 6 spells on the table. In order to live, I must do this. And that won't, like, do anything, but we'll do it anyway. I want more information out of my opponent. That's what I'm still here for. I want a final card. If I can get the final card. Alright, I found the final card. So
Spectral Searchlight means it's going to be a lot harder to keep them off of black. Yes,
sweet.
lands.
Yeah, I think that's what we were missing here. All right, let's move on to 2. But we have information. This is actually somewhere where like Muddle could be good.
Yeah.
We've seen.
I know he's got a lot of spells.
Yeah.
He started life by drawing spells.
So let's bring in like a Muddle or 2. What's not good? Trophy Hunter's fine. Our opponent did have flyers. We saw 2.
Oh man, Junk Troller, the crucial block. Shambling Shell?
I was gonna say
what does that do at all?
dies to a Saproling token.
Yeah.
Is actually what I'm thinking. He had an Equinox and the other thing he had, the
He had Transluminant.
Transluminant. Surveilling Sprite, perhaps. It's not a creature that's doing anything. I'm not. The other. All right. So yes, I'd like to play first.
Jeez. All this land, no blue, no actions.
Just doesn't do anything. Okay.
That looks good as hell.
I can go on bottom. I like having all 3 colors immediately. Aha!
Oh, he'll get us. Our creature with flying.
Hey, Junk Troller, how you doing? I'm kind of happy to see you. You blocked 5/5s. Alright, yep. This card's good, by the way. It's like a good card, I suppose.
There are a lot of good 1-mana 1/1s in Ravnica. It's kind of weird. Man, the true draw to.
Discard a land, and I would like to discard... I don't think we have anything that's double green.
I mean, we're holding something that's double blue.
Yeah.
Double green is Trophy Hunter trying to shoot down anything.
Yeah, but we have Spectral Searchlight for that, too.
And Civic Wayfinder.
And Civic Wayfinder.
Like, we drew... Secretly, we drew nothing but mana.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not so secretly, actually. See, the Civic Wayfinder can go on a voyage to find other ways.
How do I want to do this?
Well, I was thinking Searchlight into holding up double blue.
Yeah. I was thinking either that or, like, trying to get, like, Junk Troller going. But... yeah, I'm not even going to play Voyager Staff. I'm going to give Flying to Celestia Evangel, by the way. That's the... that's the Flight of Fancy target when he gets there. I don't think we're going to lose to Evangel. We're going to lose to the fact that I don't have any action yet. Oh, sweet. I really hope this is Scatter and not just an activation of Evangel. Okay, it looks like it's just an activation of Evangel. Oh boy.
Shame. Okay, well, I did the wrong thing, I guess.
Start getting lands out of the deck. Like, Civic Wayfinder into Forest, play Farseek for Swamp.
Yeah, that's decent. I mean, trades with his bear, maybe.
Yeah.
Can block Saproling, so he has to make way more of them before he can bother attacking with them. I do want to use his ability.
God damn it.
Searched. I like that spectral searchlight. It looks like the Green Lantern. Like the lantern itself.
It's a little more ornate, but yeah, basically. This is...
Yeah, they just put some stuff around it.
They put some stuff on it, but that is definitely the Green Lantern. Please allow me to untap.
And waiting.
Now waiting.
He's trying to think if he should cast Greater Moss Dog or not. Being the Moss Dog trainee.
He gotta have a Moss Dog. We knew Moss Dog trainee would be green. Also, maybe they're thinking if they want to use the Terrarian for black. Like, that's sort of like, is it worth it to burn my kill spell on Civic Wayfinder right now? Or are they gonna they're gonna play Conclave Equinaut? Oh, no. Nope. Oh, well, that's what Drunk Troller's for, right? That's
big old worm.
That's fine.
And we could eventually disembowel it.
Kind of want to disembowel that Evangel.
Wait, we can do both things.
Well, that drops the muddle.
Yeah.
I
guess. But like letting him untap with it just gives him another Sapperling with it.
I think the need for Junk Troller to exist means that I have to allow that.
Okay.
Because he does have Last Gasp, he does have ways to kill this, and I need to be able to protect it. I can, I have Voyager Staff too to protect it, but
I have to protect my 06 Defender, he says.
I will lose the game if I do not.
No, I love the image of like Guardians of Boletus being the most important thing in the world. Okay.
Willing to trade with Bear.
My creature came with value attached.
And here comes Last Gasp.
If you get to muddle the mixture Last Gasp, I'm going to be amazed. Holy crap. You have to choose a player first, though. I'm not going to swear any oaths by this, because it's not actually that incredible, but...
I think it's pretty good, because it's exactly what we sideboarded the card in. Like, that was
also
the
spent
reason.
his black mana, Like, he doesn't get that back.
Right.
It's insane.
Like, we're in a very good position because of this now.
Oh, also Transluminant got a lot worse with the changes.
Yes, he could not damage on the stack there like he used to. Okay, want to disembowel the Evangel, want to play Compulsive Research. I guess I can do both, so... Let's draw cards. Yeah, I'll discard a land. Doesn't matter. All right.
Yeah, hold up another muddle.
Well,
Yeah.
hold up a muddle and Voyager staff activation. So he's going to get a free sapling here, which is a bit of an issue, but, you know.
Take that, Squire. I have to admit, Selesnya Evangel is one hell of a Squire.
Yep.
We're gonna rate him. All right, I'm gonna be right back.
Sounds good. Hopefully I'll still be in the game when you return. Freaking Phytohydra's back. Okay, and a rot farm, so they're on black now. Now, do I want to kill one of these two? I can block the Phytohydra for free right now, which is nice, and getting rid of the Siege Worm is a pretty good effect for me. I'm gonna get rid of the Siege Worm. And then let's go ahead and flight a fancy this because I'm willing to drop the... willing to drop my shields to draw some cards here. Those are cards worth drawing. Yes. Absolutely.
Oh no, the game froze.
Oh, did the Skype froze?
I'm still looking at the disembowel targeting your Selesnya Evangel.
Oh no.
It's bad to say, it took him a while to make a decision about making a dang sapperling.
Anyway, I drew some real cards. Which is pretty important here.
Off like the Flight of Fancy?
Yeah. Do you need me to flicker the...
Yeah, as soon as you get a chance.
Okay.
Okay, cool. The elf with flying. Oh man, Junk Troller on the Fight Hydra! Haha! Have you grumped? How'd you deal with Siege Worm? I guess I missed that part.
Brain Spoil, which is at the bottom of our deck because of Drunk Troller.
Oh.
I'm going to play Dimir, Houseguard, and Drift of Phantasms, leaving up the Voyager staff.
Sounds good to me.
I need a board. He's probably got to scatter the seeds, which is a bit of an issue, but...
We've spent a lot of blood getting here.
Yeah.
And I can't think of a more relevant 3 than Drift.
I could...
Like we're holding Putrefy.
Right, like... I could use Putrefy, Junk Troller it, and get Putrefy again. I suppose.
That's kind of cute, but,
I'm not worried about any of those things that anybody is mentioning. I'm more worried about my opponent casting a Scatter the Seeds at the end step, or...
Man, can't regenerate through that. Jeez. You have to add the mana first.
Oh my god!
I'm very
I
sorry.
hate playing with this card.
I'm sorry I made you pick it.
I love this card, but I hate playing with this card. It's great. It sucks. Also, double last gas. That's pretty good.
I mean, Our opponent's deck looks pretty hot, aside from
Yeah.
Fighter Hydra, which looks like hot garbage.
Well, I think the idea is that other players don't have like 0 power things to block it with, so it could be a infinite blocker. It's a wall most of the time.
Mm.
I'll let that through. All right, so I'm gonna get back my Dimir House Guard.
Anything you want to put on the bar? Okay. Go nuts. Get him, Gutax.
Yes! Huge, 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 huge! I'm very happy to have Mind Leech Maz. Also, I have blockers for all of my opponent's creatures now. Mind Leech Mass has the issue of Phytohydra blocking it, but Trample's good there, and also I have a Putrefy. So... Huh. I'm gonna go ahead and attack. I assume this is gonna be Devouring Light or something. Maybe Disembowel for 8? Scatter the seeds! 6 blockers.
Oh, man. Tell me we get to trade with his entire board.
What is this? Oh my god.
Color me impressed, I guess. That's... Good lord, how expensive is that spell?
That costs 8.
Holy shit. What a piece of junk.
That is kind of nuts. He should be triple blocking. That would gain him more life.
Are we really down to that?
I am going to die if I do not take that action. I am at 6. He has 4 attackers that sidestep me. So yes, we are down to that. This is the action I am taking. I really wish he would have tapped Phytohydra.
Yeah. That would have been kind of neat.
Yeah. So, if he's going to play his 8-mana Fog, I'm going to play my 5-mana 1/1. So, calling it even. Alright, so our opponent is definitely able to cast anything they draw.
Destroy target 1/1 creature. Put a 1/1 tapped creature onto your battlefield.
Yeah, okay.
Bonk.
Alright. So we
You
take...
put the damage in front of the fly... Oh, no, you don't. Right. Sorry.
Yeah.
Because he flies. We did that. So much junk. That looks pretty good.
I think I can attack. For...
He's careful to leave no cards at hand, but...
Yeah.
Want to do it with just Mind Leech Mass, or...?
Kind of want to commit as quick as possible here.
All right.
I realize I'm leaving myself a little open, but, like, I need to be on the aggressive front here, you know? Yes. Okay.
He did it. He owned us by not having any cards in his hand.
All right, so I have 4 blockers to 4 attackers. It's on our opponent to draw a relevant spell.
He goes like putrefy.
He's probably not going to leave a card in hand. I have Mind Leech Mass. Like, there's no way a card stays in hand, is what I'm saying. Anyway, let's go ahead and put Disembowel back in the deck.
And it's at this point that I'm realizing we have no way to shuffle. That's kind of cute.
We do. It's called Transmute. We just need to, have Transmute. That lets us, like, kill my own Flight of Fancy. Obviously a good play. Known good play. I'm going to make the same attack.
Cool.
I assume it's Devouring Light, because that's... Yes.
Yep. I kind of figured.
Yeah.
And
Actually,
at what point does he, like, assassinate our Drift of Phantasms?
what rules there is that I can actually drop this out of the sky if he does that. Thank God. Because he probably should, to be honest. Like, he probably wants to end step. Oh, no, never mind.
Right, his 1/1 attacker is better than our 0/5 blocker, I guess.
Yeah. 10 points left. Yeah. Got a bad feeling about a Wrath of God, but, what can he actually do?
We can sacrifice a creature to regenerate Dimir Houseguard.
Yeah. Okay. Or
Yeah.
it's not happening. Yeah, Hour of Reckoning is the card, by the way, but that's not actually what happened. So we made it to 3. We have 7 minutes.
Oh, wait. Tokens live through Hour of
Yeah.
Reckoning.
Yeah, we'd get to keep a
Crap.
sapling, they'd get to keep the 3 saplings, and we'd keep the Dimir Houseguard. So Hour of Reckoning actually wouldn't be that bad for us. Like, it'd be 3-2, and we'd have the advantage.
Sheesh.
They just wanted to see if I was going to make the correct blocks, and I did because they knew the game was over. Sideboarding. Anything else seem relevant here? Like, at all?
Strands of Undead?
And that's, like, to pick off their big...
Like he tends to play a couple things and then, like, convoke out his biggin.
Regenerate's not too bad, though. Like, he does have the... I don't think our opponent was going...
last gasp.
If our opponent was going to timer scam, they wouldn't have conceded. Like, like they wouldn't have conceded there. That's actually the opposite of what they were doing. Yeah, so what's bad here? What do we want out for Strands, then? I like Dream Leash because he does have targets for it. The 5/5.
Yeah. Farseek? We have tons of mana. Spectral Searchlight, because you're constantly wanting to get rid of it. We don't have to worry about stupid tapping.
Oh, that's cool. I'm if that is true, that's very cool. There are claims that our opponent is Randy Bueller.
Really?
Yes. Maybe just trade Flight of Fancy for it. I don't know if that's actually better. That sounds really bad. I'm gonna do it. Let's do the bad thing and see if it works. So I've got bad news about our 7.
No green, huh?
Uh-huh. Good cards, no green. This doesn't go anywhere, does it?
Into casting anything except our green.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if this had a single forest, this would be a much different keep. I can't do that. This is
All right, away it goes.
because even if I draw a forest, I'm still on 2 spells.
Let's see the 6. 1 island.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Cards.
Are you a card I want?
We have the research in hand. Minion doesn't stack up well against his 5/5.
I'm gonna bottom it. Compulsive research is like anti-mulliganing,
Oh man, starts off with a swamp.
but Signet.
Jeez, it's kind of bad news for us.
Yeah.
He gets all of his kill spells.
Yeah, everything's online forever now. Alright, compulsive research, please save me. Yeah. I will discard a land. Cool.
No, the searchlight is here. Once again, we draw 3 mana sources with that card.
Yeah. They're gonna go ahead and, like, scatter it. No, Conclave Phalanx. Yeah, sure. I accept your 2/4.
It gains a life.
Yeah.
I think it gained absurd amounts of life.
Alright, I actually want to play a 4th land and get something into play here. Probably in Transfer.
Sure. We have a lot of good 4s here.
Yeah, and the next turn is, like, play Spectral Searchlight, play Dimir Aqueduct, and start setting up for, like, being able to Brain Spoil. Which will be just fine. A lot of I would really like to top deck the Strands, to be honest, if I could actually cast it. Which is actually the real, like, weirdness behind what the play I just did, is that I'm off black on the next turn. But what can I do? So our opponent can play the Siege Worm this turn if they want to, but I'm sort of prepared for for Junctroller to get down. Okay, I don't really care about Transluminant that much. This sucks. Show me your last gasp. Do it. Do it. Do it. Oh no, Spectral Searchlight. Sweet. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and play Spectral Searchlight.
We get to show off our Dimir Aqueduct being 2 land drops.
Yep. And I'm also gonna go ahead and play Voyager Staff.
And Spectral Searchlight is going to ruin us.
I think we'll be okay.
It's going to add clock cycles.
That's annoying, but not the worst. I realize that our clock is blinking at me.
It's like the Zelda timer going.
Yeah. Please play 1 big minion. It's like one big minion.
1 big minion.
Yeah.
Basically.
Last gasp gone. Alright, gonna go ahead and Brain Spoil the 1 big minion.
Okay, play the forest because he knows we have it.
Oh.
Okay, never mind. That's fine. Just play.
I was to say, time pressure has meant that I am not thinking about anything I am doing for that. So let's go ahead and kill that.
Man, we're gonna lose 1 life. We played Spectral Searchlight.
We shouldn't have to tap the Searchlight anymore after this. They're gonna sack it to deal damage to me.
Yep.
But it's gone. That's really what matters. Yeah, I'm gonna try not to use the Searchlight if possible from this point on.
Okay. Simple enough.
Yep.
Still gonna mill him.
Yeah. He's gonna last gasp in response. Oh no. What is this? Oh, he's got disembowel in response. That's fine.
Yeah. Cool.
That was basically happening at any point on that turn.
We got a block and a mill out of it. So that's kind of cool.
Yep. Okay. So we need to kill Celestia Evangel, or else we're going to get overrun.
Looking like the last card in his hand is relevant.
Yes. Yeah. Yep. Scatter the seeds. That's bad. Bad news. We are not up a game. This is 3. How much is he gonna wait, though, I guess is the thing. Yeah, okay.
Another relevant card. Goodness.
+1/+1 the team.
Oh, you can Voyager Staff that guy.
Yeah, let's do it.
Screw your card.
Get out of here with your combat trick. By the way, did you know this card does everything?
Oh my god.
I just want you to know that this card does everything.
I now understand.
And now there's a lot of waiting going on.
Hurry up and wait. I don't think we have any EOT actions. I realized that we thought that, he says.
Anyway, take him 2.
Ah, he thought that Voyager Staff was you control. Wow.
Ah.
Guess we taught him.
I need to get lands out of my deck. Also shuffle, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if that targeted Evangel, I guess, like, he doesn't lose the Saproling, but, you know. He's still in a very, like, good position right now is the problem. I don't have a way to, like, eat his creatures quickly enough. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, we don't have a Fester.
Yeah.
But no, it again looks like we just drew way too many mana sources and we're out of it because of that.
Mm-hmm.
We even filtered away a mana source. Oh, can get the last card out of his hand. That's kind of neat.
Sure.
Yeah, 2 regenerates.
A bit funny, because as Flight of Fancy, that would be quite good right there.
Yeah, we didn't draw it at the right time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we needed that, like, turns earlier where there was actually a hand going on. Alright, so again, we're just going to be taking 1 in the air for a couple turns while... Nope, never mind. He's decided now is the time to attack. So you get to kill a sapling, do that, but he gets to keep making a new sapling.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yo! Pretty relevant as far as cards go.
Yeah. I think we need to get rid of the Evangel if I'm going to win. I realize there's a flyer on the board, but like if I don't get rid of his team maker, like we don't win.
Wow, one of his saplings is different than the others somehow. You can see that it has a longer name.
Yeah, that's weird. What the hell? What the hell? Sorry, I'm...
Yay!
Scatter. Yeah, it's looking pretty strong. Okay, now they're all that sapling on the top.
Wait, so Scatter the Seeds makes one kind of sapling and Celestia Evangel makes the other?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, we are hella boned.
This is actually lethal. Yeah, we have been gotten. That's kind of how the saplings work. We don't have any sort of mass removal for them, so we need to answer the ways that they get made, and it was a little too late on how quickly we had an answer to that. So yeah. Anyway, Ravnica. We didn't.
Ravnica.
Our opponent in round 3 is going to get blown out by a Boros deck. I can say. Bright Flame is going to happen, and yeah, I wasn't really afraid of timing out like too terribly much. So anyway, return to Ravnica. I might return to this draft format later in the week because I enjoy it mostly because it's a draft format I played a lot when I started playing. As I've mentioned, I started playing in Kamigawa, so Ravnica was where like I did a lot of drafting. But yeah, Ravnica, Voyager Staff, onboard counterspells. That showed its metal like 4 times. I was really happy about that.
I didn't even believe in the power of Voyager Staff.
I'm glad.
Holy crap!
I'm glad that something could come of this stream. Like I get to show off the power of freaking Voyager Staff of all things. Yeah.
Sit with this stick on your side, and you're like everything gets miserable forever.
Yep.
They can't buff themselves. They can't kill spell. Your guys. Radiance fails to function.
Tokens disappear.
Tokens vanish.
Blockers get out of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got to show off all my favorite uses of it. Counterspell. Falter. And different counterspell. Yeah, it kind of rules. So anyway, that's all for this stream for tonight. So thank you all for joining. Thanks, Kaz, for joining on this.
Whew.
Yeah.
Kind of a lot to keep up with.
I know, there's a lot going on. Thank you, everybody in the zoo. Hope you all enjoyed return to Ravnica City of Guilds. Good night, everybody.